Even though there are quite a number of job creation programs within government institutions, there seems to be one major problem. Ministries are working in isolation.
There are many job creation interventions in various ministries. Ministry of Youth will have its own, Ministry of Labour will have its own, Agriculture has its own, and several other ministries. They vary in scope and size, but they are not being coordinated. And if these would be put together and laid at a high level, then we would have more impact, because at the moment resources are split, they are too little, and we're not achieving the desired results.
Namibia has been talking about the proper coordination between institutions of higher learning and the employment sector for years now. The reason it's not working out decades later is because the purpose of higher education in Namibia has not been defined nationally or philosophically. Matengu says higher education should either enable citizens to be self-reliant, make them competitive on a global scale, or lastly, be utilized for welfare purposes, enabling all Namibians to be on the same level.
We have relatively a good higher education system, but if I would ask you, what is its purpose? What is it meant to achieve? That has to be defined so that whether it is a private institution or a public institution, that's where they drive their main programs and their main mandate. It is a philosophical thing that has to be bought by everyone. And that way, you are able to have a clear understanding that when I'm training chemists, I want them to be competitive, I want them to contribute to the welfare of everybody, or I want them to be self-reliant.
Recently, Namibia held its first Economic Growth Summit, the direct outcome of which was the recognition of an urgent need for an employment creation seminar to identify bottlenecks hindering employment creation. The high-level panel on the Namibian economy is compiling a report with specific recommendations to be presented to the President for consideration and decision-making. Francis Shahama, NBC News, Windhoek.